Comics Recapped here. Today I'm going to explain a comic called World War Hulk. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care. Iron Man, Black Bolt, Mr. Fantastic, and Doctor Strange decided that the Hulk is too dangerous to keep on Earth, so they sent him up to the universe to a nice planet. But something goes very wrong. The Hulk falls into a black hole and lands on a mysterious alien planet called Sakaar, where he's immediately captured and made a slave. The inhabitants put an obedience disc around Hulk's neck, which allowed them to have Hulk do whatever they wanted. Hulk was placed in an arena where he had to fight monsters and fellow captives to the death. But despite everything, Hulk remained resilient. He fought every opponent and won every battle. Hulk won the hearts of the crowd, and soon he led a revolt against the current rulers of Sakaar. Hulk, along with other rebels, fought and dethroned the rulers of Sakaar. Hulk became their new leader, the new king. Hulk slowly united all of the inhabitants of Sakaar. The inhabitants of the battlefield planet finally felt peace. Hulk was happy there. His people loved him, gained reliable friends, had a queen, and expected a child. But one day, the shuttle that brought him to Sakaar detonated. The explosion destroyed planet Sakaar and killed millions of inhabitants, including his queen and their unborn child. Only a handful of mighty warriors survived the blast. Among the survivors was their king, Hulk. Hulk was enraged. Everything he had was taken away from him. Hulk knew who was responsible for this. The same people who sent him here. Thus began Hulk's journey of revenge on Iron Man, Mr. Fantastic, Black Bolt, and Doctor Strange. Hulk rushed to Earth seeking revenge. When he arrived at Earth's moon, Black Bolt was already waiting. The two stared at each other, and then Hulk said, "You sent me to space." Hulk lunged at Black Bolt, attacking him. Generally, people have considered Black Bolt the second most powerful being in the universe, with Sentry as the first. But in this encounter, Hulk is angrier, and when Hulk gets angrier, he gets stronger. Hulk overpowered Black Bolt and toppled him to the ground, immobilizing him. He sent a transmission to New York for everybody to see. He warned them that he was coming for Iron Man, Mr. Fantastic, and Doctor Strange. Hulk warned the citizens that if they didn't evacuate within 24 hours, they would become casualties of the battle. Before ending his transmission, Hulk showed the unconscious body of Black Bolt, showing everyone how strong and angry he is. Iron Man went into space to cut Hulk's transmission. While there, Doctor Strange appeared. Iron Man suggested that Doctor Strange use his magic to send Hulk to another planet. Doctor Strange declined, saying that it would only make Hulk even angrier, putting them in a worse situation. Iron Man agreed and contacted the president to evacuate Manhattan. A couple of minutes later, Iron Man and Mr. Fantastic were in Vermont to meet with Robert, the strongest being in the universe, the Sentry. Iron Man and Mr. Fantastic tried to convince the Sentry to join their cause in defeating Hulk. The Sentry was hesitant. Hulk was his friend after all. But the two were able to convince the Sentry and agreed to help them. Before leaving, the Sentry had a word with Iron Man. He asked Iron Man if he was making the right decision. Iron Man said that any decision he made would affect millions of lives. Even not making a decision will have the same effect. "Sometimes you have to play God," said Iron Man before leaving. Meanwhile, Spider-Man, She-Hulk, Samson, Miss Marvel, Cage, and Wonder Man started evacuating the citizens back in downtown Manhattan. Some citizens were calmly obeying their orders, while some were rebellious. Some citizens did not want to leave. These citizens wanted Iron Man, Mr. Fantastic, Doctor Strange, and Black Bolt to surrender themselves to the Hulk and leave the citizens out of the problem they caused. Throughout the commotion, Iron Man arrived, and not a minute later, so did Hulk. Iron Man and Hulk engaged in battle. Iron Man thrust his engine at full speed and hit Hulk with all his strength. Iron Man, through a transmission, assured the citizens that he would do everything he could to protect them. Iron Man inserted Hulk with nanobots to limit Hulk's power. Iron Man pinned Hulk to the ground, much to the delight of those watching. Hulk was down. The military took the opportunity and fired hundreds of rockets towards the Hulk. Big mistake. Once the dust settled, Hulk emerged unscathed. Those rockets made Hulk angrier and stronger. Hulk lunged at Iron Man, completely overpowering him and destroying his armor. Iron Man had lost this battle. The other superheroes in the area decided to gang up on Hulk, but before they could even come close, the Warbound arrived. The Warbound were Hulk's mightiest warriors from planet Sakaar. Heroim, Korg, Eloi Kafi, Meek, and No Name composed of the Warbound. They stood with the Hulk. Being Hulk's cousin, She-Hulk tried defusing the situation. She-Hulk tried to convince Hulk that violence was not the proper way to do things, but Hulk was unbothered, and a rumble began. The Warbound overpowered all the superheroes and crushed them convincingly. Meanwhile, Doctor Strange was already working on an incantation to beat the Hulk, but for his incantations to work, Doctor Strange must be able to enter the mind of the Hulk. In downtown New York, Mr. Fantastic was working on a device to synthesize the Sentry's energy and use it to calm down Hulk. Human Torch, The Thing, T'Challa, Invisible Woman, and Storm were here to assist him. Hulk arrived along with the Warbound. All the superheroes except Mr. Fantastic jumped into battle to buy Mr. Fantastic some time to finish the machine. The superheroes fought valiantly, giving everything they had, but the Warbound and Hulk were more powerful. Mr. Fantastic finished his machine and fired it at Hulk. The machine gave the Hulk an illusion that the Sentry was there to calm him down. To their surprise, everyone thought the machine worked, but Hulk saw through the ruse and destroyed it. Hulk then targeted Mr. Fantastic and clobbered him. The Warbound also beat all the other superheroes. With Mr. Fantastic's beat-up body in his right hand, Hulk and the Warbound were walking in the streets of Manhattan when Rick Jones appeared. Hulk stopped, and Rick tried to talk to him. "Iron Man and Mr. Fantastic screwed things up when you were gone," said Rick Jones. Rick tried to convince Hulk that although Iron Man and the others were at fault, this was not the right thing to go about things. Hulk surprisingly calmed down and listened to Rick, when suddenly, a shock went inside Hulk's head. Doctor Strange had infiltrated his mind, but Hulk was strong. Hulk removed Doctor Strange from his mind. "He's too angry," said Doctor Strange. At this point, General Ross had seen enough and ordered all military forces be deployed to stop Hulk. General Ross had grown tired of Hulk. General Ross always forgave Hulk in the past when he made mistakes, but not this time. Despite having civilians in the area, civilians who were praising Hulk and saw him as a hero, General Ross ordered all military personnel to open fire at Hulk using adamantium bullets. Thousands of bullets rained down on Hulk, and while Hulk was distracted, this was the perfect chance for Doctor Strange to get inside Hulk's head again. And he did. This time, Hulk could not easily get Doctor Strange out of his mind. Doctor Strange tried to convince Hulk that he has always been his friend. He kept telling Hulk that he wanted to help him. Hulk slowly regressed to being Bruce Banner, while in the real world, thousands of bombs and bullets rained on Hulk's semi-conscious body. The Warbound built a barricade around the Hulk to protect him from the attack. Back in Hulk's mind, realizing that Hulk is now transformed into Bruce Banner, Doctor Strange saw this as an opportunity to take advantage of Bruce. Doctor Strange slowly crept toward Bruce to lay a hand on him, when suddenly, Bruce grabbed both his arms and squeezed them. Doctor Strange, to his horror, saw Bruce transforming into Hulk again. The bones of Doctor Strange's hands snapped, which caused Doctor Strange to let go of the trance he had put Hulk on. Doctor Strange went back to reality with two broken hands, while Hulk went back ready to fight and destroyed every military presence attacking him. With their options depleting, the president decided to call Sentry to convince him to fight. Commander Hill, the president's staff, warned him that the Sentry is an agoraphobic schizophrenic. They needed to assure the Sentry that fighting would be the right thing to do. The president wasn't having it. "Listen, Sentry, I want you to go and attack Hulk right now. You hear me?" said the president. The president no longer considered the mental state of the Sentry and told him bluntly what he wanted him to do. Despite that, the Sentry was still undecided and kept standing at his doorstep, pondering what would be the right thing for him to do. In downtown New York, Hulk, along with the Warbound, transformed Madison Square Garden into an arena that had Hulk's throne on it. Korg tried to convince Hulk to end their rampage here, that they had already achieved their goals. Hulk did not falter. Instead, he sent Eloa and Heroim to track down the whereabouts of Doctor Strange. Eloa and Heroim used Rick Jones to locate Doctor Strange's hideout. Rick led them to a coffee shop that he denied was Doctor Strange's hideout, but Heroim was not fooled as he himself was familiar with magic. Eloa's group approached the entrance of the coffee shop when suddenly the door busted open, and they were attacked by Ronin, Echo, and Iron Fist. A battle began, and quickly, Eloa and Heroim subdued Ronin, Echo, and Iron Fist. The three Avengers were no match. Heroim told Eloa to place an obedience disc around the necks of the three and to order them to proceed to the arena where Hulk awaits. Heroim proceeded to enter the coffee shop and search for Doctor Strange. Heroim broke every spell Doctor Strange placed to conceal his location. With two broken hands, Doctor Strange could not cast any spells. The situation was looking grim. Heroine was approaching. Doctor Strange ordered Wong, his aide, to bring him the box and leave the vicinity. Wong gave the box to Doctor Strange. While chanting an incantation, Doctor Strange opened the box and took out a vial. In the arena, Rick Jones was still trying to convince Hulk to stop his rampage. Rick told Hulk that he was truly becoming a monster, not a hero. Meek heard of this and stepped in. Angered, Meek said that all the Hulk did was justified considering all Hulk had lost. Rick and Meek continued to argue and Meek grabbed Rick by the collar, preparing to hit him. But suddenly, Heroine's body was thrown to the ground beside Meek. And when they looked through him, it was Doctor Strange possessed by the extra-dimensional demon, Zom. Zom was relentless and kept attacking Heroine. Heroine defended himself as best as he could, but was no match. Seeing Heroine defeated, Hulk attacked Zom and attempted to blindside him, but Zom was quick. He caught Hulk and punched him in the gut. Zom then threw Hulk outside the arena, where he crashed near civilians. Zom followed Hulk. The citizens turned Hulk fans were shocked at the sight of their hero being pummeled. Zom threw Hulk toward a building which caused it to fall toward a group of civilians. "No, the humans," said Zom while removing the rubble caused by the building's collapse. Surprisingly, Zom saw the citizens unharmed. Hulk saved them. At this moment, it was evident that Doctor Strange could not control Zom. Hulk took advantage of this and turned the tide of the battle. Hulk relentlessly attacked Zom until he was unconscious. Hulk immediately ordered Mick to insert an obedience disc around Doctor Strange and send him into the arena. In the arena, captured members of the Avengers had obedience discs on their necks and were in the bleachers as spectators. Iron Man, Black Bolt, Doctor Strange, and Mr. Fantastic were inside the battlefield. With the obedience disc strapped around the neck of every member of the Avengers that were present, Hulk could make them do whatever he wanted. Hulk made the four of them relive the experience he had as a gladiator in the arena of Sakaar when he first arrived on the planet. Suddenly, a large monster approached Iron Man, Black Bolt, Doctor Strange, and Mr. Fantastic. Forced to battle, the four of them made quick work of the monster, but Hulk was not done. Hulk made the four of them fight to the death, wherein the last one standing would be the winner. Resistance was futile. The four of them could not disobey Hulk. Iron Man, Black Bolt, Doctor Strange, and Mr. Fantastic fought against each other, much to the crowd's delight. Iron Man tried to use the Warbound's machine against them, but his efforts were useless as he could not fully take control over them. As the battle progressed, Doctor Strange was lost to Black Bolt, while Mr. Fantastic was prepared to land the finishing blow on the armorless Iron Man. Mr. Fantastic raised his weapon. Iron Man was down. "Kill him!" screamed the crowd. Hulk raised his arm and signaled to everybody a thumbs down. This meant to kill him. "Tony, move!" Mr. Fantastic yelled, but Iron Man was severely injured and could not move. Mr. Fantastic pulled down on his weapon with all his might with the intent of killing Iron Man. But much to the surprise of the crowd, Mr. Fantastic missed. "Did you disable the discs?" Mr. Fantastic asked. Iron Man moved his head side to side saying, "No." It turns out it was Hulk who did it. "Nobody has died by our hands," Hulk said. "You are the traitors, monsters, and killers," Hulk added. At that moment, a bright light appeared in the distance. The sentry had arrived. In a glimpse, the entire arena was covered in flames. While smiling, the sentry punched Hulk in the gut with his full power, sending Hulk flying. The freed Avengers evacuated the nearby citizens, and the battlefield was set. The sentry finally had an opponent he could go all out against. The fight was massive, and the structural damage was off the charts. The sentry let out an attack equivalent to 1,000,000 exploding suns. It had been the first time the sentry used this attack. The fight was getting out of hand. Not only was the sentry trying to kill Hulk, but in doing so, he was also killing and destroying everything else. Surprisingly, the Warbound and the Avengers helped protect each other from the sentry's attacks. Although seeking revenge, the Warbound did not want to see another planet get destroyed. Hulk was their only hope. The sentry was out of control. He completely lost track of himself. "Hulk, does it always feel this good when you let it all out?" asked the sentry. Hulk held the sentry in place while punching him. Iron Man instructed all satellites to combine the rays and fire them on the sentry and Hulk. With Hulk and the sentry in place, the satellites fired, connecting on a perfect hit. The combined rays reverted Hulk back to being Bruce Banner and the sentry to Ronald Reynolds. The Warbound were shocked to see Hulk's appearance. Bruce saw Rick Jones and shook his hand. "Welcome back," said Rick. Seeing this angered Mick, and he tried to thrust Bruce with his spear, but Rick moved Bruce out of the way. As a result, Mick's spear hit Rick right in the stomach instead. Bruce was livid. Rick was his first friend. Bruce quickly transformed back into the Hulk. Hulk grabbed Mick and slammed him to the ground, raining heavy punches all over him. The other Warbound members tried to stop Hulk but could not. Before dying, Mick revealed the crucial truth about the explosion on planet Sakaar. Mick saw the followers of the former ruler of planet Sakaar place the bomb inside the shuttle. The followers had planned to kill Hulk, but despite seeing everything and knowing the truth, Mick chose to stay quiet and let Hulk blame Iron Man, Black Bolt, Mr. Fantastic, and Doctor Strange as the cause of the explosion. Mick states that he did this because he believes the Hulk's one purpose is to be a destroyer. Hulk was further enraged upon knowing of this, the angriest he had ever got. Hulk let out a thunderous scream that caused earthquakes, large tidal waves, and strong wind gushes. Iron Man ordered all the satellites again to fire all their rays on one target, and the large ray of light covered the Hulk. Hulk returned back to being Bruce Banner. Laying on the ground, Bruce was picked up by medics and brought to a lab to be healed. Bruce Banner might be in a lab sleeping right now, but Hulk's rage will never end.
Subscribe to watch more videos like this. Turn on notifications. And leave a like, it really helps the channel out. Thank you for watching.